Good Thursday evening, everyone. I just wanted to give you an update on our forecast. And what we'll do at this point is we'll just jump right on into it. And we'll just say, okay, here's the Clearview Closet and Blind 5-day forecast. We've got our chance for flurries and snow showers for Friday. I've been mentioning this for several days now. Everyone else is finally on board. If everybody just listen to me, right? It's a classic scenario for the Cumberland Plateau to get snow flurries and snow showers, and it looks that way to me for days. But anyway, now we are definitely in line for the snow flurries and snow shower activity. I've bumped my chances up to 70%. I'm just absolutely confident that we're going to see snow flurries and snowflakes tomorrow. Highs only in the 30s, dropping into the teens tomorrow night. Saturday, partly cloudy, chilly, barely getting above freezing. Sunday, that's the day of interest. I have more information on that coming up in this, but looking at a morning wintry mix followed by afternoon and evening and most of the night rain. Getting up into the low 40s Sunday afternoon. We're going to see a heck of a warm air advection situation take place. It's going to be in the 70s down in Jackson, Mississippi, 50s, 60s down in Alabama. So the warm air is really close. So once those gusty south winds kick in, it's not going to take much to get that warm air up here. Then cold air moves back in Sunday night into Monday and changes the precipitation back to light snow. Could see some light accumulation. I'll talk more about that in just a moment. Chilly on Monday, and then Tuesday, cold. Highs only in the 20s, lows dipping down to 13. I'm probably being conservative with that. It's probably going to be closer to 10 or 11, but I'll keep an eye on that. Those 3 of the 5 days are weather alert days: Friday, Sunday, and Monday. So Friday is a meteorologist marked weather alert day, and because of our USA mortgage level of concern being level 2. So, and that is for snow showers that could lead to some light accumulation. And as we all know, that could lead to a slick spot or two on the area roadways. This is mainly for Friday morning. I think it'll all be out of here by noon or so. By Sunday, we'll probably be up to a level of concern of 3 for the wintry mix that we'll be having around here on Sunday morning. So M&M's forecast snow amounts for Friday. And again, I emphasize here Friday morning, up to a dusting, about a 70% chance I gave us, and then 50% chance of a quarter inch, and then trails off pretty quick. So you see that I'm keeping us at generally a quarter of an inch or less. So a very, very, very light event, but just be mindful of it if you have to be out and about Friday morning. So the big news is Sunday. It has been for several days now. The counties that you see outlined from Kansas all the way across to Kentucky are winter storm watches. So the nearest county under a winter storm watch is about 80 miles north of Crossville. And I will say just quickly, I did ask on Facebook who listens to me from other areas, and I was really surprised. A lot of folks from Morgan County, Scott County, Overton County, up in Pickett County, and then some from all over the place. Well, I don't even know why are listening. I'm glad you are. I appreciate it, but I don't know. I guess you're just interested in the Plateau's weather, and it is an interesting place for sure. But I'll do a better job mentioning some of you other folks. I always emphasize Cumberland and Fentress counties, but I guess I need to realize I've got others listening in as well. But anyway, so the winter storm watches are to our north. Now, we do winter storm watches differently than we do, say, tornado watches and severe thunderstorm watches. A winter storm watch is issued when winter storm conditions are expected within about 36 hours. So this gives you 36 hours or more to prepare, okay? You go under a warning when the event is about 12 hours or so away. So that's how those are done. And just to give you a little heads up on that. Okay, Premier Generators sponsors our M&M's expected impacts. Okay, so wintry mix Sunday morning 6 a.m. to noon. Okay, impacts to travel I now have upgraded to high. Okay. We all know it doesn't take much at all to create travel issues, and we're looking at a glaze of ice. Okay, probably going to stay a tenth of an inch or less. You have to get up to a quarter of an inch of ice or more for there to be adverse impacts to trees and power lines. We should stay well below that. Okay, remember I've said all along, I've never expected a crippling ice storm out of this. Okay, I don't expect impacts to trees and power lines. I still don't. but I do expect high impacts to travel. Okay, keep that in mind. Church services Sunday morning are in significant jeopardy of not being able to happen. So just keep that in the back of your mind. If timing and everything, this is still Thursday night. Stay tuned for updates. But models are really coming into good agreement. And, we've been thinking along these thoughts for a while now. Now everything's kind of backing us up. We're feeling much more confident. I told you we would at this point, and we are. Noon Sunday to midnight Sunday looks like rain. Okay. And some of that rain could be heavy at times. You could even hear rumbles of thunder. It's severe weather is expected in Mississippi. Okay. This is such an incredibly dynamic system. Now, sometime after midnight Sunday is when the rain starts changing back to snow. That'll take place sometime between midnight and 6 a.m. Monday. Impacts to travel could once again develop. And then light snow off and on throughout the day Monday. I've now changed that from 6 a.m. Monday to midnight Monday. I did have it cutting off at noon Monday. There's indications we're going to have another disturbance come through Monday evening that will bring another round of light snow and snow flurries. So how much moisture will be left over is the big question for the snow. How much moisture will be left over? I've said in the last several days, we usually get 1 to 2 inches of snow from something like this. We'll see. I'm leaning more toward the 1, but we'll see. We'll see. And my big question for Sunday is how early does the precip move in? The earlier it moves in, the longer we'll have icing issues with travel. Okay, again, even if it moves in hours earlier than I'm expecting, I still expect the biggest impact to be to travel, not to trees and power lines, which keeps our lights on. Okay, we can be very, very thankful. The crippling ice is going to be well to our north, well up into Kentucky, like maybe even closer to the Louisville to Lexington area. Okay, so that far north. Even southeast Kentucky's looking okay as far as starting out as a wintry mix and then changing over to plain rain. So remember I've said in the past several days, it starts out a wintry mix and rain, and then ends with some light snow. I continue to feel that way. So M&M's forecast snow amounts for Monday. As you can see, I'm leaning toward an inch or less, but we'll see. I'm not as confident in this part of the forecast because it's going to be interesting to see just how much moisture is left over. So, but I'm feeling pretty good about an inch up to an inch-ish. Okay, so just stay tuned to forecast updates about that as well. So I thank you all for trusting me with your forecast. I asked on Facebook this evening where y'all are from, and I knew Cumberland, Fentress County I have a heavy following there. 11,000 now on Facebook alone. The website this year had 430 something thousand visits, which is just bizarre. And I'm very, 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 very thankful and grateful to you all for that. And YouTube is growing, so we'll see. I'm going to be starting a podcast in 2025, so we'll see how that goes. That should be interesting. But anyway, I'll keep an eye on our weather forecast, and I'll let you know if anything you need to know about that changes. You just keep it right here to meteorologistmark.com.